Hi, I'm Miss Quintero. I just wanted to share with you some of my Meet the Counselor night. So, what I'm going to do is talk about sixth grade and what you can expect for sixth grade, and also hopefully the next 3 years, because I get to stay with your student for the next 3 years, which is nice. I get to know them. So, this is just my simple little presentation. I'm sorry, copied and pasted a lot, so it's not the prettiest I've ever done. Um, Basically, I just wanted to talk first about how sixth graders develop, what to expect. Um, as they become 11, 12-year-olds, 13 later, um, peers are everything to them. Their friends are everything. They're also sensitive. They can be defensive, quick to anger, and they can sometimes be indecisive, not sure. They will test limits, and that'll keep going on. What's really important this age to be outside and to exercise and sleep a reasonable hour. They are still growing. And they really do want adults to listen to them. And I have pamphlets on this, and I'll put them in the office. You can come pick them up. Okay, some other things to think about. Let's see if I can move this. I don't know if this distracts on there. Okay. As I get older, for high school, we have lots of opportunities where they can study special subjects in high school. So I know we just started middle school. Why are we talking about high school? The reason is because some of the academies that they can study in do have some prerequisites. I just want you to be aware of it. These are some of the academies, lots of different opportunities, business, languages, with the language they travel. With the visual arts and performing arts, they do have to do an audition, but that's it as far as prerequisites. The ones that we need to start thinking about now are math and science and the international baccalaureate programs. Those need a student to be in algebra so they can go to that academy in ninth grade. Also, for the governor's school, it doesn't start till 11th grade, but before 11th grade, they need to have done algebra and earth science. Now, Ocean Lakes High School just changed to year long, so that does change how they can do those classes, but other schools are semester. You can also, if they want to catch up later with certain classes, they could do summer school. You have to pay for it, unless, and I'm not, well, if you're taking the class, if you're choosing to, you might always have to pay, but it might be free or reduced price depending on your free or reduced lunch status. So there are ways to catch them up. But I want you to know this because in November and December, we're going to start signing up for seventh grade classes. So I'm going to ask the students and yourselves, is Math or Science Academy one of the things they're interested in? And we need to get them on the right course for that. They also will need tests. There are tests in math and science, or mostly math, before they go on to these academies. They can join the academy in 9th and 10th grade, and then some, like I said, are 11th grade. And then there's other programs too, like ATC and the other vocational schools. So there's lots of different opportunities. The other thing about, they are going to be registering soon for seventh grade classes. Whatever they choose for their electives and their alternatives, that's what we go by. So they have to choose carefully. So yes. Okay. Absences. You will get emails from me, emails from the school, texts, phone calls about absences. So please, anytime there's an absence, we need to know. It has to be verified. We need to know where the student is at all times. So just let us know. This is the district policy. Let us know with a note. You can say, you can email me and I send it to attendance, or email attendance directly. It's a personal illness, an illness, a death in the family, some sort of contagious disease, a religious holiday, and then sometimes the weather, and definitely school-related activities, we'll put that in, and the weather, we put it in. But you must have a written note. It has to be within 10 days. Oh, I'm sorry. This is if you do need to take some sort of trip, before 10 days, it needs to be submitted to the principal. So that's about 15, 20 days in advance. Start working on, there's a form where you fill out where is the student going to be, and then they get the signature of all the teachers. Then that trip can be excused. So that's the pre-approval for the trip. So please, please, please send in where they were. And I know sometimes we call and they're still actively sick, but please just let us know as soon as you can. Just I save it on a document. I email the schools because I get those emails too. Okay, another thing. That is okay. I think that is the email. That's the email for absences. So, okay, now let me stop sharing a second. Let me just double check what I had there. All right, hold on. Sorry, I'm practicing here. Yes, I think that is the, CL, so corporate landing, and that is the, that is the email for, when you're sick or to send in the absences. Okay, so next, I'm going to show you how to look for your student's grade, because this you will use the next 3 years and then beyond in our schools. All right, sorry. Whoa, let me make myself smaller. I would like to move around here. Okay, so this is showing an example of a fake student. So on Synergy, we see everything. We see the date, we see what it is. This is an English class, what type of assignment, the score, and how much is possible. It is incomplete. So this one, a 0 out of 10. This one, they didn't complete a practice. So it just goes every single one. It tells you how much they received. This one got a 4 out of 9, but it wasn't for grading. And then one thing that the teacher notes here, email me when it's complete. Sometimes if a student is late with work, when they do it, they need to send an email to their teacher so the teacher can go back and grade it. So this is what you can see. You will get Synergy and it will tell you what the student is missing. On Canvas, that's Synergy. On Canvas, if you go to modules, it'll show you every day again what they did. It has the notes and the lessons. Now, Canvas, you can't go in directly. You will have to ask your student, can I look on Canvas with you? And then they can show you and you can help them. Sometimes they have to go through and find where the missing assignment is by date. So this says after student A completes her assignment, she will email her teacher. So again, so you go through every day, it'll have the class notes and what was due. So they sometimes have to dig around a bit to look for it, but have your students show them Canvas because you don't have access to that, but this is where all their work is, and especially when they are absent, it's right there. And the student notes are there. And then here it has some notes on the bottom of when the assignments are due. And these dates, I'm not 100% sure they are correct for, oh wait, no, it says 25 to 26, so we're good. And then just some codes to see when you look at the grade book. We have, so they go by the module page, and so it goes by the date, and it'll have the name. Then MI is missing, but it will get a 0 for the grade until it's submitted. Incomplete, so they still have more to do. And then something that is not for grading. And we have the codes MI or I. And then this teacher will have a comment to please email me. So you just dig around a little, like Synergy we get on our, I get it on email notices. You can check it on your phone. And then the Canvas, you need to look with them, but you can look with them and see what they're missing and see what they submitted or not, because sometimes they'll say they submitted and you can see, and sometimes, just like us, we forget to send an email. Sometimes they need to submit the work. again, another example of the grade book. This again is on, now we're back to Synergy. So your Synergy Mail, you go to grade book, and then you can click on these and see the exact missing assignment. They'll have the teacher's name. You click here and you can email the teacher directly. And then it has the grade. And those can go up or down depending what they turned in. Sometimes a teacher needs 2 days, 3 or 4 to update it. So you might want to give a little grace before you say, hey, you didn't really do this. They might have, and it might not have been graded yet, especially big assignments or essays that take a longer time. So here you can email the teachers. Now we do parent-teacher conference. However, they sometimes take a month before you can have them. So always feel free to email the teachers. They're hard to call because they don't have voicemail and they're teaching, but email and they will get back to you. And then you can also email me to email or to talk to them if you need. But please feel free to email directly and ask questions. So here's the PE grade, the orchestra grade, 0 missing assignments, the science and the social studies. And again, you can click on there, click here, and you see exactly what they're missing and the grades on everything. This is more on the grade book. They see an assignment marked incomplete with a note, but the incomplete is not affecting their grade for now. And then again, you can go to the Canvas and look for more details. And sometimes, again, you have to kind of dig what day it was. This was an assignment. This is not for grading. Missing test evidence here. Sentence missing punctuation. A lot of classes do an exit ticket, so something they do right before they leave. So again, you can ask the teacher for more details. And now we're back into Canvas where you can look on the modules. You look what unit it was, the day, and then you can find the exact homework, the exact work, what they were working on that day. It just basically has everything. And see, for the student, it tells them what they need that day. All right. So let me stop there a second. Sorry to go back and forth. So the only other thing I want to show is just some contact information. Yep, that was it. So what I have here, yeah, okay, we'll try this. So again, this is the email. You can save it for the next 3 years, and then when they go to high school, you save the one for the high school. So corporate landing, I guess absences, I don't know, but it's usually something like that. That is the email to send for attendance. Yes, so we have that. So put that down somewhere safe. And then we did that. And this has some information. This I took from the newsletter. So every week, Mr. Yoshida, our principal, will send a newsletter. It has activity information. It has everything on there. This has this here in case you're having trouble getting onto Student View or Synergy or Parent View. So, and these are the people to call if you're having trouble and your password's not working or you need to use it on your phone. So there's always someone around to help. Okay, and then lastly, that's my information. So if you have a question about any of this, if I went too fast, I hope not. That is my email. They call me Miss Q or sometimes Quintero. That's my phone number. Leave a message. If I don't get back to you within a few hours, like 2 hours, feel free to call the main office. Maybe I'm not in that day. The email should pop back if I'm not here. But we're definitely here for your kids. I look forward to meeting you and getting to know your students for the next 3 years. I get to move up with them. And I just wanted to do a brief introduction. Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon. Bye.